Hi YouTubers, I'm smoking my calabash.
It's 22 hours.
And in it I have some blend 09 by Gerd Jansen. And I'll do a bit of a review of that. I've found two German tobacconists that I'm very attracted to with their blends and with stuff that they're selling. And I came across this. It's 100 grams and a very, very nice Balkan blend. Comes in a tin, which is handy because it's a very nice sort of seal about it. I'll just open it up. It's a lovely dark tobacco. I don't know whether you can see that. It's a very, very nice Balkan blend. You can see the sort of Orientals in there. There's some Virginia in there. And there's certainly some Latakia. It's a perfect moisture from the tin. So you can pack it straight into your pipe and light it. And you can see it gives off a very nice smoke. It's a typical Balkan blend, amongst the better Balkan blends really. Excuse me while I just put this lid on so it doesn't spill all over the place. It's got a nice retrohale, doesn't bite, no tongue bite at all, nice cool smoke, especially in a pipe like this. If you like Balkans, then you'll definitely like this blend. My favourite, of course, is Black House, which I've mentioned. But this is certainly up there and has the advantage for me at the moment, whilst we're still in the European market, that I can get it very easily and at a very reasonable rate. It's a blend that I could smoke personally all day. It's quite a strong nicotine hit, I'm told, although, as I've said before, nicotine very rarely has any effect on me. The only time it affects me is first thing in the morning when I've got an empty stomach and before I've had a coffee or anything else. Then if I smoke a particularly strong blend, I might begin to get a nicotine hit. But in this, the various tobaccos the various tobaccos used in the blends. You can taste them. But together they make a very smooth and interesting smoke. So I would recommend that to anybody who can get it. I know you'll have problems getting some of the German blends from the States, just as you will have some of the English blends, and you'll just have to have a word with somebody over here if you want to try any English blends or any other blends, and we'll see whether we can get it for you. But this is a blend that gives me a very nice smoke. I like just sitting there contemplating it and smoking it, especially in one of my favourite pipes. I've also got several other German tobaccos that came in the same order, which I'll try and maybe do a review of. And I've got some more coming from another tobacconist that Dale Piper recommended. An update on my daughter's health. Today she was allowed home from hospital. She's had a rough few days. Her lung filled up and she had an infection, and they had to put a permanent drain in. They gave her some antibiotics and she was allergic to one of those, which didn't help. So it's been quite a hard time for her, but she's glad to get home now. She has a hole in her back where the drain, on inner side where the drain went in, which she has to keep stuff and take care of. And they've told her that it's going to take several weeks for her to recover properly. She was very, very run down. But I'm glad she's home. I still haven't seen the doctor yet, but I've got to get an update on the reports that I've been given, on the tests I've taken, see what he suggests for me. So that's an ongoing situation. This really is a nice tobacco. I have a couple of shout-outs to people who have subbed for me. One from the YTPC, Mike Aldridge. And the other one is a lady who subbed to me. She's not a pipe smoker or a cigarette or a tobacco user as far as I know. But that's Midlife Mamaw. So if you want to go and visit her site and take a look, that would be nice. But certainly if you could give Mike a welcome to and show our love to him, I'd be grateful for that. I'll put their information down in the bucket of the video, as usual. I was pleased to hear today that Peterson have released some of the names of the blends that they're going to be selling that should be released early next year, I think. I'm looking forward to trying those, the Dunhill blends. I hope Chariton will continue as a separate blend, separate altogether group of blends, because I think they stand on their own right and deserve to be smoked for what they are. I'm very interested, as I said, to build up my knowledge of German tobaccos and some of the blends that they sell, because they look very interesting. And if this is anything to go by, I've got a great deal of pleasure to come. In one way, it seems silly doing a review on them because so many of you can't get to them, but that applies in Europe to the blends that many of you review as well. So I think it is worth me sort of doing a review on them, unless anybody sort of says, look, don't bother, because my reviews are so bad anyway. It's got a reasonable rum note, and at the moment I'm beginning to get that nice Latakia smokiness. And a nice creaminess in the smoke. I shall stop soon. I'll just give you my usual blessing and end with a little joke. I always put the joke at the end, so those of you who find some of my jokes distasteful, you don't have to listen to them. May you be richly blessed. May each and every day be lived as if it's your last. That you enjoy life. That you see that the bad things that happen to us are just fleeting. In fact, life's fleeting. I celebrated my 70th birthday on the 3rd. And at one time when I was younger, I never thought that I'd pass 40. And now I'm 70. And it seems just like yesterday that I was running around the school playground. And in fact, inside, I don't feel any different to the way I've felt throughout my life. So, really do live every day for what it is, for none of us knows what the future holds. And as you live your day, may you grow in love and in strength and in wisdom. Now, a very quick little joke. There's this old lady, and she's got this cat, and it's quite ill, and the cat goes unconscious, so she thinks she'd better get it to the vet. She's not sure whether it's actually died. So she manages to get the cat into a cat box. And the bus pulls up at the bus stop, and she's about to get on, and she thinks, oh, I wonder if he'd mind if I got on with an ill cat or a dead cat. So she says to the driver, I hope you don't mind me getting on with my dead pussy. And he says, no, madam, sit with that lady just behind me. She's my wife. You'll have so much in common.